Greetings everybody and welcome to a brand new YouTube channel called Rant. The main focus of this channel will be game reviews, mainly on genres and systems that I have a personal affinity for. And we shall begin our journey with Kyrandia 2 Hand of Fate, as this hand thing makes me feel very self-conscious for some reason. Developed by Westwood Studios and published by Virgin back in 1993. Now, I'm a great fan of Westwood and actually played quite a few of their titles, as well as their first Kyrandia game a lot, in my Commodore Amiga back in the day. But this, the second Kyrandia, was released only for DOS PCs and their Fujitsu FM towns. So I got to know this game only recently via the excellent ScumVM emulation platform. There is also a downloadable version in Good Old Games, so you can check it out. So, in this game you control Xanthia, the mystic from the first Kyrandia game, as she travels to Volcania to get an Anchor Stone to stop Kyrandia from disappearing. So, let's watch the intro.
Kyrandia is disappearing. Rock by rock and tree by tree, Kyrandia ceases to exist. The royal mystics are baffled. Every reference has been consulted. Even Marco and his new valet have been allowed into the conference. Luckily, the Hand was experienced in these matters, and finally a plan was approved that required a magic anchor stone to be retrieved from the center of the world. Xanthia, youngest of the Kyrandian mystics, has been selected to retrieve the stone.
Hurry up, Vaughn. This should be enough blueberries to open a portal to the center of the world. If they think I'm going to walk all the way down there, they're nuts. Hey, all my equipment has been stolen.
Now the graphics of this game are excellent, as you might have noticed. The backgrounds are colorful and created with care, and the same thing can be said about the animation of the sprites. I like that Xanthia magically changes her outfit from chapter to chapter, so we get to see a new main sprite each time. Overall, the style of the graphics is reminiscent of the first Kyrandia game, with the same style and quality. Unfortunately, the sound isn't as well designed as the graphics. There are some nice tunes there, but I feel they are not very relevant to the game and detract from the overall immersion and atmosphere. The sound effects range from okay-ish to annoying, and the voice acting in the talkie version is quite decent. The user interface of Kyrandia 2 is almost the same as the first one. There are no hotspots, so you hover your cursor around the screen, click, and hope for the best. Thankfully, the places to interact with are usually quite obvious. But this is not always the case, so expect a click fest when you are stuck. There are also more inventory slots available compared to the first game, which is a good thing. While in the first Kyrandia you had the Kira gem and you obtained 4 powers along the way, in the second game you have a spellbook and a cauldron in which you have to throw the various ingredients to create magic potions that will aid you in your quest. The recipes for these potions sometimes involve puns, but not so bad so as to be cringe-inducing. Fortunately, if you mess up the recipes, the ingredients respawn, but then you have to endlessly backtrack and collect them. So it might be a good idea to save before attempting the mystic business. Saving often is a good idea, as I managed to find myself once in an unwinnable situation. I don't know if other dead ends exist, but don't take any chances and don't be fooled into thinking that this is a game without unwinnable situations. Now, if you have played the first game, it had a lot of trial and error puzzles, which were very frustrating and stopped it short of being a great adventure title. The maze! The same thing happens with the second game, even more so. There are several parts that are absolutely tedious and frustrating. There are some pointless puzzle minigames that serve no purpose other than to annoy you. The worst part of this game, by far, is when you reach Volcania and you just have to go around, supermarket-like, fetching items listed to you by various people. No puzzles involved, no challenge. You just go around in circles, pick up the items, and bring them back. If I wanted to do chores, I can do them in real life, thank you very much. The Boredom Fest reaches its climax in a place where you just have to make 7 potions and place them in the correct order for no damn reason. The story is very basic and the plot twists have been unwittingly exposed even before you begin the game. On the positive side, the humor is very nice. There's a very tongue-in-cheek reference to Monkey Island, with some nice music to accompany it. I enjoyed the variation between the different locations and the fairy tale atmosphere. When you click at yourself, you often get Xanthia's thoughts, which are different for each screen. These thoughts often contain precious hints on what to do, and they change as the game progresses. A nice touch with attention to detail. The various characters are funny and likable. I am also a fan of the new location mechanic, in which you have to start each different chapter in a whole new place, thus reducing the amount of backtracking. But beware of the unwinnable situations. Overall, if you liked the first Kyrandia and managed to overlook its shortcomings, you're going to enjoy this one. If you didn't, well, it's still an above average adventure title with great graphics and lots of funny moments. So that's it for our first review, and see you in the next one!